Are you ever searching for what zikr to recite for a particular situation, or which prayer to make for an event or need? The search is over. We bring to you, through the Muhammadan Way app, an all-encompassing Islamic guide. A platform where you can find all the surahs from Holy Quran, special du'as and prayers, as well as live zikrs and comprehensive Islamic teachings from world-renowned scholars. Download this powerful app now and keep up to date with in-app notifications. Available for download on iOS and Android. The annual Grand Milad, brought to you by Hubbi Rasool, is taking place on November 8th at 6 p.m. Come celebrate the biggest Mawlid on the West Coast and raise the flags of love for this most blessed occasion. Take part in Salawat, Naat and Qawwali recitations, and ziyarah of the holy hair of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Also, enjoy a delicious 3-course meal, all included in this free event. Tickets are available now on nurmuhammad.com/events. Are you seeking a soul revival? Take part in Heavenly Meditation on November 30th with Sufi Meditation Center, Los Angeles. Join the world-renowned spiritual teacher Sheikh Mir Ahmadi for chanting, meditation, and spiritual teachings at the Red Diamond Yoga Studio. For more information, visit SufiMeditationCenter.com. Welcome to Muhammadan Way YouTube channel, your premier destination for videos on Sufi spirituality, classical Islamic teachings, and realities of the soul. With a library of over 1,000 videos and new titles uploaded weekly, join us to discover true meaning and inner peace in our often troubled world. Click the link now to subscribe. Conflict, confusion, stress, anxiety. Life doesn't have to be this way. Sages and wise people throughout time have sought to understand the mysteries of our universe. From the infinite oceans that glitter in the sky, to the smallest of atoms from which all life appears. Beyond the chaos and suffering of our world is an underlying oneness and harmony. From numbers and geometric patterns that repeat throughout nature, to the waves of sound and light that flow through all things. At our core, we're deeply connected to everything. Our innermost thoughts, emotions, and intentions shape the reality of the world around us. Life is not merely a material experience. In reality, it's much, much more. Welcome to Muhammadan Way YouTube channel, your premier destination for videos on Sufi spirituality, classical Islamic teachings, and realities of the soul. With a library of over 1,000 videos and new titles uploaded weekly. Join us to discover true meaning and inner peace in our often troubled world. Click the link now to subscribe. Welcome to Muhammadan Way YouTube channel, your premier destination for videos on Sufi spirituality, classical Islamic teachings, and realities of the soul. With a library of over 1,000 videos and new titles uploaded weekly. Join us to discover true meaning and inner peace in our often troubled world. Click the link now to subscribe.
سر کوی بلند فریاد کردم علی شیر خدا را یاد کردم علی شیر خدا دردم دوا کن مناجات مرا پیش خدا کن مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان مولا علی جانم مولا علی امیر المومنین یا شاه مردان یار یا شاه مردان یار یا شاه مردان دل ناشاد من را شاد و گردان یار یا شاه مردان یار یا شاه مردان مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان شبی در محفلی ذکر علی بود شنیدم عارفی فرزانه فرمود اگه دست علی دست خدا نیست چرا دست دیگر مشکل گشا نیست مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان امین المومنین یا شاه مردان یار یا شاه مردان یار یا شاه مردان دل ناشاد من را شاد و گردان یار یا شاه مردان یار یا شاه مردان مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان اگر دوزخ به زیر پوست داری نسوزی گر علی را دوست داری اگه مهر علی در سینه‌ات نیست بسوزی گر هزاران پوست داری مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان امیر المومنین یا شاه مردان یار یا شاه مردان یار یا شاه مردان دل ناشاد من را شاد و گردان یار یا شاه مردان یار یا شاه مردان مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله.
قل هو الله احد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا احد الله اكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله احد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا احد الله اكبر
وسلام على المرسلين الأنبياء وسائر الصراط المستقيم.
الفاتحة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قامت الصلاة قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الله أكبر
الله أكبر.
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
آمين.
قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. الله
الله أكبر.
سمع الله لمن حمده.
ربنا ولك الحمد.
الله أكبر
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
آمين.
قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. الله أكبر
الله أكبر.
سمع الله لمن حمده.
ربنا ولك الحمد.
الله أكبر
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله
الله أكبر.
سمع الله لمن حمده.
ربنا ولك الحمد.
الله أكبر.
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 سمع الله لمن حمده.
ربنا ولك الحمد.
الله أكبر.
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 السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. محمد رسول الله. لا إله إلا الله. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. ولكم غير لا إله إلا هو الرحمن الرحيم. الله لا إله إلا هو. سبحانك يا عظيم. سبحان الله. الإسلام شريف لمن دعنا. الحمد لله. هذا الشهادة والله أكبر. الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله وعسيرا. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له.
دليل المطلق انه يكون الله بصير ليش النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم اصحاب الكرام ومن المشاهدين في النقشبندية الأرضية وسائر ساداتنا وسيدنا الفاتحة. UT and YouTube comes up, and then it puts our YouTube page. Right? I'm not going to I have to take special vacation. Somebody put this super sensitive mic. Testing. Is this my mic?
So this one was for the drum.
This is all the way over here now.
Yeah, so
Where's my mic? Because my mic is a powered mic.
yeah. No, it's exceptional.
Yeah.
So why was doing that? It's two. Right.
الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ومولانا محمد المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم بمددكم ومن نظركم سيدي يا رسول الكريم حبيب العزيز مدد يا سيدي يا سلطان الأولياء مشيخ عبد الفيض داغستاني سيدنا شيخ محمد ناظم حكالي مولانا الشيخ الشام كباني شيخ عدنان كباني شيخ محمد عادل عبد خالق الخوجدواني بمددكم من نظركم في هذا المجلس يا رب العرش العظيم إن شاء الله من نيات مولد النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم that Allah Azza wa Jal relieve our difficulties for the sake of the love of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Make every difficulty and hardship to be nothing Ya Rabbi, and grant us the lights of Milad al-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam inshaAllah. Page 5 on the Salawat book.
اللهم صل وسلم على نبينا محمد عليه السلام صلاة تدوم وطول إليك ومع ليالي وطول دوام.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا فتحنا لك فتحا مبينا ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر ويتم نعمته عليك ويهديك صراطا مستقيما وينصرك الله نصرا عزيزا. لقد جاءكم رسول من أنفسكم عزيز عليه ما عنتم حريص عليكم بالمؤمنين رؤوف رحيم. فإن تولوا فقل حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الفاتحة لنا ولكم يا حاضرون ووالدنا ووالدكم وأهلنا وأولادنا ولمشايخنا ولمن حضرنا ولمن غاب عنا ولأهلنا ولإخواتنا وللمواظبين على هذا المجلس ولمن كان سببا في جمعنا إن الله الكريم ينظر القلوب ويغفر الذنوب ويستر العيوب ويحفظنا بما حفظ به الذكر وينصرنا بما نصر به الرسول. وأن الله الكريم يجعل مجلسنا هذا مهاجنا بالخيرات والمسرات والأنوار والبركات ويقضي لنا جميع الحاجات بجاه خير البريات. وأن الله ينصر المسلمين ولنية الله الكريم ينصر سلطان الأولياء مولانا الشيخ محمد ناظم عادل الهقاني قدس الله سره بجاه خير لنا ولا كل نية صالحة مع حسن الخاتمة عند الموت بعد عمر المديد في طاعة الله وإلى حضرة النبي.
سورة الفاتحة. Is there sound?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أنت سلطاننا يا ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وتب علينا وزد حبيبك سيد الأولين والآخرين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. زده يا ربي عزا وشرافا ونورا وسرورا وسلطانا ورضوانا رغم الشيطان ومن تبعه. عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله أصالة بفضل الله. ويا أكرم ويا أنجاب ويا سادات ويا أحباب وأنتم يا أولي الألباب تعالوا وانظروا لله. عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بفضل الله. سألناكم وللزلفى رجوناكم وفي أمر قصدناكم فشدوا أمركم لله. عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله أصانع بفضل الله. ويا ربي بسادتي تعقب لي إشاراتي وساتاتي بشاراتي ويصفو أمرنا لله. عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله أصانع بفضل الله. بكشف الحجب عن عيني ورفع البين من بيني وصرف القلب والعين بنور الوجه يا الله. عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله أصانع بفضل الله. صلاة الله مولانا على من بالهدى جانا ومن بالحق أولانا شفيع الخلق عند الله. عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله أصانع بفضل الله. مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا أبو بكر الصديق مدد يا عمر فاروق مدد يا عثمان غني مدد يا إمام علي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا فاطمة الزهراء مدد يا إمام حسن مدد يا إمام حسين مدد يا سلمان الفارسي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا قاسم مدد يا صادق الشيخ خادم مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا صاحب الوقت مدد يا فرداني مدد يا صديقون مدد يا يماني مدد يا إمام العارفين مدد يا صغاوي مدد يا مرد برهان مدد يا غفرانا مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا إمام مهدي مدد يا خليفة الله مدد يا إمام مهدي مدد يا خليفة الله مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله
اللهم صل وسلم. Sounds like a fishbowl.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's too much basically.
It's okay, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I'm just good to put it back.
Yeah.
What next?
يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رسول
You're running, guys. You keep going. God, Daraji.
ربك يا جيرة العالم أوهيل الجود والكرم نحن من قوم به سكنوا وبه من خوفهم آمنوا وبآيات قرآن ألوف فإذ فينا أخذ وهدي يا رسول الله سلام عليك رفيع الشان والدرج فتن يا جيرة العلم أوهيل الجود والكرم لكل بحار وتاركنا والصفا والبيت يا لفنا ولنا المعلى مخيف ملا فلمن هذا وكن ركني يا رسول الله سلام عليك رفيع الشان والدرج فتن يا جيرة العلم أوهيل الجود والكرم ولنا خير أنام أبو علي المرتدى السبو وإلى سبتين ننتصب نسبا ما فيه من تقني يا رسول الله سلام عليك رفيع الشان والدرج فتن يا جيرة العلم أوهيل الجود والكرم فإمام بعده خلقوا منه سادات بما عرفوا وبهذا الوصف قد وصفوا من قديم الدار والزمن يا رسول الله سلام عليك رفيع الشان والدرج فتن يا جيرة العلم أوهيل الجود والكرم مثل زين العابدين علي وبه الباقي غير ولي والإمام الصادق الحفل وعلي ذي الأولى اليقين يا رسول الله سلام عليك رفيع الشان والدرج فتن يا جيرة العلم أوهيل الجود والكرم فهم القوم الذين أولوا بفضل الله قد سئلوا ولغير الله ما قصدوا على القرآن بالقرن يا رسول الله سلام عليك رفيع الشان والدرج فتن يا جيرة العلم أوهيل الجود والكرم عهد بيت المصطفى طهري ومبان الأرض فالذكري شبهوا بالأنجم الزهري كما قد جاء في سنن يا رسول الله سلام عليك رفيع الشان والدرج فتن يا جيرة العلم أوهيل الجود والكرم وسفين للنجاة لاقت من طوفان كل أذى ترجو فيها لا تكون كذا وتصم بالله والصعيد يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رفيع الشان والدرج إخوة يا جيرة العالم يا أبيت الجود والكرم ربي فارفعنا ببركتهم وإلى الحسنى بحرمتهم وأمتنا في طريقتهم ومآفتهم إلى الفتن يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رفيع الشان والدرج أبدا يا جيرة العلم يا ويل الجود والكرم.
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. Shall we have for Imam Ali alayhi salam too, and then for Mawlana Shah Naqshbandi?
سر کوی بلند فریاد کردم علی شیر خدا را یاد کردم علی شیر خدا دردم دوا کن مناجات مرا پیش خدا کن مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان امیر المومنین یا شاه مدن یا شاه مدن یا شاه مدن دل ناشاد من را شاد گردان یار یا شاه مدن یار یا شاه مدن مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان شبی در محفلی ذکر علی بود شنیدم عارفی فرزان فرمود اگه دست علی دست خدا نیست چرا دست دیگر مشکل گشا نیست مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان امیر المومنین یا شاه مردان یا شاه مردان یا شاه مردان ای دل ناشاد من را شاد و گردان یار شاه مردان یا شاه مردان مولا علی جانم مولا علی ای دلبر رعنای من از من چرا رنجیده ای ای دلبر رعنای من از من چرا رنجیده ای
صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. Inshallah, page 22.
سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي حبك بقلبي راسي شرفي وعزي ونبراسي حبك بقلبي راسي شرفي وعزي ونبراسي رافينا لك على راسي رافينا لك على راسي والله فيه تباهينا سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي طالب بركة جنابه من آثار أحبابه طالب بركة جنابه من آثار أحبابه يشهد لي في الأصحابة يشهد لي في الأصحابة تمسوا بركة نبينا سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي وبحجرك يا أبا الزهراء فقه وصاد بارا وبحجرك يا أبا الزهراء فقه وصاد بارا هل لك حمدا حمتمرا هل لك حمدا حمتمرا هم خير العارفين سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي يشرب طه بالقربة وصحابي بالحبة يشرب طه بالقربة وصحابي بالحبة تقطع من موضع شربة تقطع من موضع شربة تجعلها بركة وزينة سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي آية في القلب الشباقة لاقى بالقلب وساقة آية في القلب الشباقة لاقى بالقلب وساقة مثل أصحابه وحشاقة مثل أصحابه وحشاقة في المحشر يشفعني سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي سيدي يا سيدي محمد يا حبيبي
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. Inshallah, page 32. 32 من الصلوات إن شاء الله.
أيها المشتاق لا تنمي هذه أنوار ذي سلام القريب الأتى في الحرم عند خير الأرب والعجم اهتمام القدر في العدم واصلا في أشرف رتب في مكان
Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik alayhi wa ala alihi. Inshallah, page 45. Haji Shamash, you touching the people too much? Raj is just so happy now. This is Haji Shahid's test. He's squeezed by Adam. He's on the border between Bangladesh and Pakistan or India. He's Kashmir. Adam is India. Okay, so let's go. Poor Kashmir. Bismillah.
نادي عليه المظهر العجائب تجده لك في النوائب نادي عليه المظهر العجائب تجده لك في النوائب علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي يا علي اسمك بقلب الرسيم يا علي سبحان ربي لك هالاسم يا علي يا مطلع الجود كنوز العلم يا علي صبر الموعدك مولدك مبتسم يا علي آخر الدنيا من غجك نلتزم يا علي أنقل صادق بهذا المبتسم يا علي أنت لواء الفخر والمناقب وجوهر العزة والمواهب لواء الفخر والمناقب وجوهر العزة والمواهب علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي نادي علي المظهر العجائب تجده رونا لك في النوائب نادي علي المظهر العجائب تجده رونا لك في النوائب علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي اشرف اسرف فوق ضمير الكتاب يا علي اسمع فضلك لا رتاب يا علي ما يوم نورك يا بحوث الحجاب يا علي حفظ بارين وجودك وهاب يا علي كل الوجودات فرما ذاتها يا علي حبك فريد بشرايب جاب يا علي شانك فوق الشان والبراتب يا بلغة الإحسان والمقاصد شانك فوق الشان والمراتب يا بلغة الإحسان والمقاصد علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي نادي علي المظهر العجائب تجده لك في النوائب نادي علي المظهر العجائب تجده لك في النوائب علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي للكون تسر من الأمان يا علي بوجودك دين الحنيف الرجال يا علي يا أسد غالب مشاميهك أسد يا علي بتعود خالق يا حيدر شهد يا علي بالحشر بس حبك يا حيدر سند يا علي الأعمال الطالعة الأولاد يا علي يوم ظهور الفرد والمطالب لا ينفع الأدنى من الأقارب يوم ظهور الفرد والمطالب لا ينفع الأدنى من الأقارب علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي نادي علي المظهر العجائب تجده لك في النوائب نادي علي المظهر العجائب تجده لك في النوائب علي 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 يا علي 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 يا علي
Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik alayhi wa ala alihi. Inshallah, from the Urdu, it's not in any of the books. Is it online yet?
No.
The Urdu? No. Okay. Astaghfirullah. It's actually the Naqsh. And astaghfirullah because you didn't put it on the website yet. What are you doing all this time?
Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullahal-azim wa atubu ilayh, astaghfirullahal-azim wa atubu ilayh, astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. मुझे मालूम है मुजरिम हूँ मैं और तू मेरा हाकिम, मुझे मालूम है मुजरिम हूँ मैं और तू मेरा हाकिम, जभी तो आज मेरी आंख में अश्कों की है रिमझिम, जभी तो आज मेरी आंख में अश्कों की है रिमझिम, कोई बंदा तेरे दर पर जो आंसू रोल देता है मेरे मौला दरे तौबा तो उस पर खोल देता है, कोई बंदा तेरे दर पर जो आंसू रोल देता है मेरे मौला दरे तौबा तो उस पर खोल देता है। अस्तगफिरुल्लाह, 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 अस्तगफिरुल्लाहिल-अज़ीम व अतूबु इलैह, अस्तगफिरुल्लाहिल-अज़ीम व अतूबु इलैह, अस्तगफिरुल्लाह, 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 अस्तगफिरुल्लाह। इबादल्लाह रिजालल्लाह अगीथुना बिअहलिल्लाह, इबादल्लाह रिजालल्लाह अगीथुना बिअहलिल्लाह, वकुनु औनना फिल्लाह असनहदा बिफضلillah, वकुनु औनना फिल्लाह असनहदा बिफضلillah, वया अक्का वया अंजा वया सादात वया अरबाब व अंतुम या उलिल अलबाब तालू वल सुरूरिल्लाह, वया अक्का वया अंजा वया सादात वया अरबाब व अंतुम या उलिल अलबाब तालू वल सुरूरिल्लाह। अस्तगफिरुल्लाह, 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 अस्तगफिरुल्लाहिल-अज़ीम व अतूबु इलैह, अस्तगफिरुल्लाहिल-अज़ीम व अतूबु इलैह, अस्तगफिरुल्लाह, 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 अस्तगफिरुल्लाह। सअलनाकुम सअलनाकुम वलिज़ुल्फ़ा रजौनाकुम, सअलनाकुम सअलनाकुम वलिज़ुल्फ़ा रजौनाकुम, वफ़ी अम्रिन कसरनाकुम फशुद्दू अम्रकुम लिल्लाह, वफ़ी अम्रिन कसरनाकुम फशुद्दू अम्रकुम लिल्लाह, या रब्बी रिसालती तहक़्क़क़ ली इशारती असातती बिशारती वयस्फ़ु अम्रुना लिल्लाह, या रब्बी बिसालती तहक़्क़क़ ली इशारती असातती बिशारती वयस्फ़ु अम्रुना लिल्लाह। अस्तगफिरुल्लाह, 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 अस्तगफिरुल्लाहिल-अज़ीम व अतूबु इलैह, अस्तगफिरुल्लाहिल-अज़ीम व अतूबु इलैह, अस्तगफिरुल्लाह, 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 अस्तगफिरुल्लाह। बिकश्फिल हौज अन ऐनी वरफ़िल बैन मिन बैनी, बिकश्फिल हौज अन ऐनी वरफ़िल बैन मिन बैनी, वसरफ़िल क़ल्बि वल ऐनी बिनूरिल वज्हि या अल्लाह, वसरफ़िल क़ल्बि वल ऐनी बिनूरिल वज्हि या अल्लाह। सलातुल्लाहि मौलाना अला मन बिल हुदा जाना व मन बिल हक़ औलाना, शफ़ीउल ख़ल्क़ इंदल्लाह। सलातुल्लाहि मौलाना अला मन बिल हुदा जाना व मन बिल हक़ औलाना, शफ़ीउल ख़ल्क़ इंदल्लाह। अस्तगफिरुल्लाह, 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 अस्तगफिरुल्लाहिल-अज़ीम व Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah,
Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik alayhi. Qari Sahib. Whatever we need from Mati quickly, he's going on honeymoon soon. He's like Erdogan, these guys are like warriors. Okay, La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah. Everybody put their demands in before he heads out.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله وأحسن منك لم ترقد عيني وأجمل منك لم تلد النساء وأحسن منك لم تر قط عيني وأجمل منك لم تلد النساء لا إله إلا الله محمد حبيب الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد حبيب الله صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله خلقت مبرأ من كل عيب كأنك قد خلقت كما تشاء خلقت مبرأ من كل عيب كأنك قد خلقت كما تشاء لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم لا إله إلا الله محمد خليل الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد خليل الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد صفي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد صفي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله अज सिख मित्रों दी बधेरी है क्यों जिंदड़ी उदास गनेरी है लोनों विच शौक चंगेरी है अज नैना लाइयां क्यों जड़ियां अज सिख मित्रों दी बधेरी है क्यों जिंदड़ी उदास गनेरी है लोनों विच शौक चंगेरी है अज नैना लाइयां क्यों जड़ियां ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मदुन नबी अल्लाह अलैहि सलावतुल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला salawatullah. La ilaha illallah.
Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala Ali. We do one more of the Urdu, then we start the Khatam. Which one we haven't done in a long time?
Alhamdulillah.
New one? Alhamdulillah. So make all the appropriate comments. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahmanir Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim, siratal ladhina an'amta alayhim, غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الرحمن الرحيم، مالك يوم الدين. कभी ये हकीकत मुंतज़िर नजर लिबास मजाज में, कभी ये हकीकत मुंतज़िर नजर लिबास मजाज में, के हजारों सजदे तड़प रहे, के हजारों सजदे तड़प रहे हैं मेरी जबीने नयाज में। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह रब्बिल आलमीन, अर्रहमानिर रहीम, मालिक यौमिद्दीन। इय्याका नअबुदु व इय्याका नस्तईन, इहदिनस सिरातल मुस्तकीम, सिरातल लज़ीना अनअमता अलैहिम, गैरिल मग़दूबि अलैहिम वलद्दालीन। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन, अर्रहमानिर रहीम, मालिक यौमिद्दीन। तुम बचा बचा के ना रख इसे, तेरा आईना है वो आईना। तू बचा बचा के ना रख इसे, तेरा आईना है वो आईना। कि शिकस्ता हो तो अजीज तर, कि शिकस्ता हो तो अजीज तर है निगाहे आईना साज में। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह रब्बिल आलमीन, अर्रहमानिर रहीम, मालिक यौमिद्दीन। इय्याका नअबुदु व इय्याका नस्तईन, इहदिनस सिरातल मुस्तकीम, सिरातल लज़ीना अनअमता अलैहिम, गैरिल मग़दूबि अलैहिम वलद्दालीन। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन, अर्रहमानिर रहीम, मालिक यौमिद्दीन। न कहीं जहां में अमा मिली, जो अमा मिली तो कहाँ मिली। न कहीं जहां में अमा मिली, जो अमा मिली तो कहाँ मिली। मेरे जुर्मे खाना खराब को, मेरे जुर्मे खाना खराब को, तेरे अफ़्वे बंदा नवाज में। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह रब्बिल आलमीन, अर्रहमानिर रहीम, मालिक यौमिद्दीन। इय्याका नअबुदु व इय्याका नस्तईन, इहदिनस सिरातल मुस्तकीम, सिरातल लज़ीना अनअमता अलैहिम, गैरिल मग़दूबि अलैहिम वलद्दालीन। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन, अर्रहमानिर रहीम, मालिक यौमिद्दीन। ना वो इश्क में रही गर्मियाँ ना वो हुस्न में रही शौखियाँ ना वो इश्क में रही गर्मियाँ ना वो हुस्न में रही शौखियाँ ना वो गज़नवी में तड़प रही ना वो गज़नवी में तड़प रही ना वो गम है ज़ुल्फ़े अय्याज़ में अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह रब्बिल आलमीन अर्रहमानिर रहीम मालिक यौमिद्दीन इय्याका नअबुदु व इय्याका नस्तईन इहदिना सिरातल मुस्तकीम सिरातल लज़ीना अनअमता अलैहिम गैरिल मग़दूबि अलैहिम वलद्दालीन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन अर्रहमानिर रहीम मालिक यौमिद्दीन। जो मैं सर पर सजदा हुआ कभी तो ज़मीं से आने लगी सदा जो मैं सर पर सजदा हुआ कभी तो ज़मीं से आने लगी सदा तेरा दिल तो है सनम आशना तेरा दिल तो है सनम आशना तुझे क्या मिलेगा नमाज में अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह रब्बिल आलमीन अर्रहमानिर रहीम मालिक यौमिद्दीन इय्याका नअबुदु व इय्याका नस्तईन इहदिना सिरातल मुस्तकीम सिरातल लज़ीना अनअमता अलैहिम गैरिल मग़दूबि अलैहिम वलद्दालीन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन अर्रहमानिर रहीम मालिक यौमिद्दीन अर्रहमानिर रहीम मालिक यौमिद्दीन अर्रहमानिर रहीम मालिक यौमिद्दीन।
Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala alhamdulillah. Immense blessings of Surah Al-Fatiha, all of Holy Qur'an in 30 juz means all the power of Holy Qur'an like a laser will be found in the 30 juz of Qur'an. Those 30 juz will be like a power in the 7 holy verses of Surah Al-Fatiha, and the 7 verses are like 7 waterfalls in the heavenly realm. And from the verse Alhamdulillah, every time when we're reciting Surah Al-Fatiha we say Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, every verse from Holy Qur'an that deals with a hamd of Allah and the secret of hamd is flowing from that verse. So as soon as you say Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, all the barakah and blessings of every verse of Holy Qur'an that deals with hamd is dressed upon the soul. And that's why Mawlana Shaykh Dagestani, Mawlana Shaykh Sultan Awliya, Shaykh Muhammad Nazim Haqqani, Mawlana Shaykh Ishaq Kabbani, Shaykh Adnan Kabbani, Shaykh Muhammad Adil, they said that it's enough just to recite Fatiha to receive all those realities and all those secrets, and that's why we say Basira Surat al-Fatiha. When we're going to recite over food or over anything we're going to do, Ya Rabbi, by the secret of which I know or I don't know of the reality that you put in Surat al-Fatiha, let my soul to be dressed from it and blessed from it. InshaAllah dress us, bless us from that reality, and to give us the dressing and the blessings of now the opening of Milad al-Nabi coming within the next few days inshaAllah. By Tuesday, Wednesday, then inshaAllah the lights and the blessings of that reality. We're in the month of Subhana Man huwa alimun hakeem, that Allah want to give knowledges and wisdom, and that to run from shaitan and enter into the cave of rahmah and mercy. And awliyaullah come into our life to clarify that cave is the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad. So these nasheeds, these salawats, this month, a month in which increase as much as we can our salawats, that is our safety from every type of hardship and difficulty. Every time we make a salawat on Sayyidina Muhammad the ruh, the soul of Prophet is all encompassing of our light. And Allah promises from Holy Qur'an that, I would not punish them while you are amongst them. So our life is how to keep ourselves amongst Sayyidina Muhammad. And easiest, most powerful is that mention and make salawat, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. The soul of Prophet is all encompassing around that servant, dressing, blessing and taking every type of hardship and every type of difficulty away, so that every difficulty facing the servant becomes small and insignificant, inshaAllah, to their body and to their soul. InshaAllah that Allah dress us and bless us from those realities, inshaAllah. Hurmat Muhammad al-Mustafa wa basir Surat al-Fatiha. Alhamdulillah, we are in the month of the reality of the 7 sleepers, and one lion of Allah that guards that reality. Our life is to become and to move towards the 7 sleepers and not the 7 dwarfs. Because there's a counter for the 7 sleepers are the 7 dwarfs. Those are the grumpy, angry, whatever the other dwarfs are. Lloyd was supposed to put those images onto the screen for our viewers who are watching online. Means our life is to counter those characteristics, not to be grumpy, try to be happy, especially with on a broken path. If Allah is testing the servant, awliyaullah come into our lives to remind us, stay quiet, never open your mouth, never scream, never yell, never exhibit any type of characteristic, don't complain. Because it's Allah who's testing you, crushing you, grinding you, because He wants to see that are you a flower yet? If it's nothing, then yeah, of course every gand, every bad smell will come from you. If you are a flower, then Allah says, well, your true nature and your true significance to humanity can never be achieved with your anger, with your characteristics. Means the fragrance of the rose is only released when crushing comes, and this crushing releases the reality of its oil. Means the inner reality of our being, not what we think people benefit from our form is of no benefit to people. But with the crushing, the inner benefit of the soul, the oil of our existence, the wealth of our being is the soul. So Allah is going to test, grind, and then the good character receives the ni'mat and the blessing of Allah. If He makes that soul to be sweet, everybody benefits. And that's why these awliyaullah whom Allah continuously crushing in their lives, they are a fragrance upon this earth because of that character. They may yell in private to release their energy to pull out this hardship within their heart, but in the face of people and the communities is to be steadfast. And those whom don't exhibit that is a sign for who their station is. When you sit and complain and make videos of complaining and agitate and aggravate and always have to say something, it's not our way. Our way was to take the ropes and remain silent, because it's Allah who's sending. Every tongue that comes to you is from Allah, every hand that reached to you is from Allah. وَفَأَوْدَ أَمْرِي إِنَ اللَّهِ إِنَّ اللَّهُ بَصِيرٌ بِالْعِبَادِ. The maqam of faith is, Ya Rabbi, for verily you see my condition. If for a moment you think that difficulty came to you and Allah didn't know about it, it's against your belief. Sorry, I fell asleep at that moment, I didn't know something happened to you. It's impossible. Allah is ever vigilant, everything is written on a code. Just think at the atomic level that somebody's hand or voice or somebody's presence can't enter into your field of energy unless you would explode. All your atoms would explode if there was no permission for these electrons to come into a field within each other. So Allah gave a permission for that person to enter into your field like a railroad track. the track was switched by Allah and now it begins to move towards the person. Nothing can come towards anyone that Allah hasn't written for it. So then this is all these practices is to remain silent, to be of good character and keep asking, وَفَوْضُ أَمْرِي Ya Rabbi, you see my condition, please Rabbana, don't, what's the other dua we make, that Ya Rabbi don't test me beyond my ability to be tested. Those are the communications with Allah is the, Ya Rabbi please don't test me beyond my ability, barely you see my condition, then make everything to be easy and light for me. But to know that it's coming from Allah that you don't have to deal with the characters of the play, you have to deal with the one whom wrote the play. Means everything goes back to Allah, that He can only change the characters in my life and what they're doing and what they're trying to put upon me. So it's everything returning back to Allah. Again, more and more understanding, this is the month of the cave, this is the month in which Allah going to give knowledge and wisdom. And that knowledge and wisdom is gained by the good characteristics that Allah tests His servant. When He tests His servant, it's a sign that He loves them. And you say, no, this is not relevant to Allah. Everything is relevant to Allah. If you get in your car and your car breaks down, it's relevant to Allah. How is He going to test you? Your interaction when Allah going to test you from where? The gardener bothering you, the mailman bothering you, especially if you know the mailman. It's going to come from where? It's going to come from every direction in our lives. Every direction we're going to find testing. The ones that are most sensitive are the ones that have closest access to your heart. Means the people who are close to us, they can push buttons that fire off every type of emotion. Allah will push those buttons to remain calm, to remain peaceful, to remain steady-headed, to remain that, Ya Rabbi you're testing my condition to give me a reward. And in our lives we said that when the shaykh wants to test, he's not going to test with like big things, oh please you go recite Surah Yasin right now and tell me all the secrets. Oh okay shaykh, he gave me finally a big project to do. It's not like that. But he asks, can you go get a pizza for us right now? And you say, what? Why would I leave like the zikr and do such a ridiculous thing? No, I can't do that shaykh. And so that was the secret. When he asked something from you and a comment came out of your mouth to be no. So think who was asking you at that moment. And that's the testing. This is a path and is a mysterious path. You don't know from where that test comes, how it comes, at what minute it comes. But all of the adab was to be trained, Sabina wa ta'na, I hear and I obey, I hear and I obey to the best of my ability. And that was our life, that the test comes with all these small little things. There was never a no, there was never a doubt, there was never an argument. It was always Sabina wa ta'na, I heard and I'm trying my best to obey, so that criteria and begin to dress upon the soul of that servant, that take off the locks off their ears. There are spiritual locks on the ears of servants and they don't hear anything other than the physical dimension. And the only way this lock is to come off is that samina wa ata'na, that I hear and I obey. Ati Allah, ati Rasul wa ulul amri minkum, that to obey Allah is impossible for all of us, nobody hears that. They can barely keep their salah and their wudu. To obey Prophet as impossible. To follow the sunnah 100%, to follow the love and the sharia and the whole way of Sayyidina Muhammad impossible. So Allah made it even easier, then follow these ulul am. Follow the people of the that they take the command of Allah, the command of Sayyidina Muhammad and the command of their amirs above them. That there are a hierarchy in the spiritual world in which they are taking the commands. If Allah guide us to the hands of these ulul am, then what Allah wants from us is listen. Open up your hearing, your ears. Bring your ears unto submission. Shaitan has marked all his people with all his earrings and all this ridiculous stuff on their ears. Why? To grab them and show that my strings are on you. Like a cow, he moved them by their ears. So what Allah wants is no one counter that. Don't put your ears for shaitan, put your ears for Rahman. How then you're going to move for Rahman? Then their string is a very subtle string. Just they keep talking to you, why don't you do that? No. Why you don't do that? No. Why you do like that? No. That's because their way is a subtle way. If you can follow it, then Allah give a tremendous reward. Shaitan's is an obvious way, he put marks all over them. Some have like 100 marks on their ears. There's 100 strings on that person's ears moving towards shaitan. So it means Allah's way is subtle and soft way. You hear it, alhamdulillah if you've got it. If you deny it, don't worry, they'll be patient, they'll send it to you 100 more times, 100 more times. That's why you can be in tariqah 30 years, 40 years, 50 years and achieve nothing. But you sat with them, so I sat with them, this is like a jail time, you sat there for many years in prison. But did you achieve a station in which you hear and you obey, you hear and you listen? Then it shows that your ears aren't taslim, your ears are submitting. If your ears submit, Allah open your hearing. So you're going to hear what people don't hear, and you'll feel a wind and energy and you listen and you begin to hear your consciousness because you are now somebody trained. How Allah could open your hearing if you're not safeguarded and trained? So anybody who wants to understand the logic, because you ask like a mullah something, he'll throw a book at you that don't ask me any questions. But the logic, if you don't train this ear and Allah wanted out of His grace to open it for you, you would be the first person in the psychiatric ward. Because you have no training, you don't know where you're going, good and bad, and you don't know who's whispering into your ear until the demon reveals itself. And it tells you nice things at first and then begin to haunt and taunt the servant and begin to whisper into them horrific things to do to people and to do to themselves, until finally the person destroys and obliterates their own being. In psychiatry they may call that schizophrenia, they may call it bipolar, they may call it many things. But the most important thing to call it is there's a devil right there talking into the person's ear. If you don't train on how to be samina wa ata'na, how Allah can open anything? And if He opened, that's what Allah says, don't ask for something that would cause you harm. If He opened without istiqam and firmness, the person will go mad. Because there's no firmness, not following sharia, not keeping wudu, not keeping ihtiram, not keeping respect, all the things that bring a barakah and a blessing to protect the servant. Good character, all awliyaullah are around that shaykh. Because of their good character, their light is all encompassing around them as a protection. If they're not trained in good character and good way, then imagine Allah opening a door, it would be a door to insanity, that every type of difficulty would be attacking the servant. We pray that Allah give us more and more understanding of this way, this immense blessing that Allah wants to dress us, and all He asks of us is have good character, good manners. That manners will bring us into the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad, that His intercession to be upon us and His nazar to be upon us and to dress us and complete the ni'mat of Allah that He wants to put upon our souls. InshaAllah biniyat khatm khawjakan. And then after we'll talk about the meditation. This was about the significance of hearing as the first step in the meditations, inshaAllah. Hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa basir Surat al-Fatiha. Ameen. Thank you, sir. This one just has to be lowered a little bit, not turned up. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bimadadakum and nazarakum Sayyidi Rasul Kareem. Inshallah, asking to always see ourselves in Rosa Sharif in the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Bimadadakum and nazarakum Sayyidi Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Madi ya Sayyidi Sultan al-Awliya, Ma Shaykh Abdul Faiz al-Dagestani, Sayyidina Shaykh Muhammad Nazim Hakani, Mawlana Shaykh Sham Kabani, Shaykh Adnan Kabani, Shaykh Muhammad Adil. Bimadadakum and nazarakum Fahad al-Majlis, Biniyat Khatm Khawjikan. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله
وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أستغفر الله 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 العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم وأتوب إليه إنه هو التواب الرحيم من كل ذنب ومعصية ومن كل ما يخالف دين الإسلام ومن كل ما يخالف الشريعة ومن كل ما يخالف الطريقة ومن كل ما يخالف المعرفة ومن كل ما يخالف الحقيقة ومن كل ما يخالف العظيم يا أرحم الراحمين يا الله اللهم يا مسبب الأسباب يا مفتح الأبواب يا مقلب القلوب والأبصار يا دليل المتطهرين يا غياث المستغيثين يا حي يا قيوم يا ذا الجلال والإكرام وفوض أمري إلى الله إن الله بصير بالعباد.
Rabbit al-Sharif, asking to always see ourselves in Rosa Sharif in the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Bimadadakum wa nazarakum Sayyidi Rasul Kareem, Ya Habib al-Azim. Madad ya Sayyidi Sultan al-Awliya, Shaykh Mawlana Faiz al-Dagestani, Shaykh Muhammad Nazim Hakani, Mawlana Shaykh Sham Kabani, Shaykh Adnan Kabani, Shaykh Muhammad Adil. Bimadadakum wa nazarakum Fahad al-Majlis, Ya Rabb al-Arsh al-Azim.
فاتحة الشريف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين
صلوات الشريف اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم 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 اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. من شرع الشريف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. إخلاص الشريف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر.
فاتحة الشريف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين صلوات الشريف اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم 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 اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم
يا ربي وسلم جميع أنبيائه والمرسلين وكل أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين للأشرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى وأصحابه الكرام ولمشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العالية خاصة رحمهم طريقة غوث قليل كشان نقشبند محمد ويسى البخاري سلطان أولياء الشيخ محمد الفيز الداغستاني الشيخ محمد ناظم حقاني مولانا الشيخ الشام كباني الشيخ عدنان كباني الشيخ محمد عادل عبد الخالق الخجتواني صاحب زمان سيد محمد المهدي عليه السلام وروح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام سيف الله سيدنا عليه السلام ثم سيدنا أبي بكر الصديق سيدنا عمر سيدنا عثمان إمام الحسن عليه السلام إمام حسين عليه السلام سيدنا فاطمة عليه الصلاة والسلام وسائر ساداتنا صدقينا الفاتحة. آمين يا رب العالمين.
فلمنه لا إله إلا الله 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 illallah, la ilaha 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 illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, alayhi salatullah, la ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, alayhi salatullah, la ilaha illallah, Muhammadun Habibullah, alayhi salatullah, la ilaha illallah, Muhammadun Habibullah, alayhi salatullah, la ilaha illallah, Muhammadun Khalilullah, alayhi salatullah, la ilaha illallah, Muhammad محمد خليل الله عليه صلاة الله لا إله إلا الله محمد صفي الله عليه صلاة الله لا إله إلا الله محمد صفي الله عليه صلاة الله لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله عليه صلاة الله لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله عليه صلاة الله لا إله إلا الله محمد نجي الله عليه صلاة الله لا إله إلا الله محمد نجي الله عليه صلاة الله لا إله إلا الله محمد شفيع الله عليه صلاة الله لا إله إلا الله محمد شفيع الله عليه صلاة الله وسلامه ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب يا الله 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 حسبنا ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم
الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم حق 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 نعم المولى ونعم النصير لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم هاي 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 حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الله الله أكبر 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 الله لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم يا هو يا هو يا دائم يا هو يا هو يا دائم يا هو يا هو يا دائم الله يا هو يا دائم الله يا هو يا دائم يا دائم يا دائم يا دائم يا الله يا حليم يا حليم يا حليم يا الله يا حافظ يا حافظ يا حافظ يا الله يا لطيف يا لطيف يا لطيف يا الله يا غفار يا غفار يا غفار يا الله يا ستار يا ستار يا ستار يا الله يا فتاح يا فتاح يا فتاح يا الله يا مجيب يا مجيب يا مجيب يا الله يا مؤيس يا مؤيس يا مؤيس يا الله يا مؤين يا مؤين يا مؤين يا الله يا ودود يا ودود يا ودود يا الله يا رحمن يا رحمن يا رحمن يا الله يا رحيم يا رحيم يا رحيم يا الله
الشيطان من السين لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم 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 يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله حسبنا الله ربنا 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 الله يا غالبا غير مغلوب 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 يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا قاربا غير بعيد يا قاربا غير بعيد يا قاربا غير بعيد يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب
سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين. إلى شرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعليه وصحبه الكرام ولمشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العلية خاصة شان نقشبند محمد ويسي البخاري ستان أولياء شيخ محمد الفيز داغستاني ستان أولياء شيخ محمد نازم حقاني مولانا الشيخ هشام كباني شيخ عدنان كباني شيخ محمد عادل وعبد الخالق الخوجدواني صاحب زمان سيد محمد المهدي عليه السلام وروح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام سيف الله سيدنا عليه السلام ثم سيدنا أبي بكر الصديق سيدنا عمر سيدنا عثمان إمام الحسن السلام إمام حسين السلام سيدنا فاطمة الزهراء الصلاة والسلام وسائر ساداتنا صدقنا الفاتحة. إدافي سيدنا يا رحمة بمددكم ونزلكم إن شاء الله. ربي بالمستعان أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أطيعوا الله أطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم. And a reminder for myself, and Abdul Ajizu, Da'ifu, Miskeen, Zalim, Mujahal, and by the grace of Allah that we are still in existence. We took a path of nothingness, and that Allah's rahmah to dress us. Inshallah, we have for today the interactive Thursday for the tafakkur and the meditation. We talk today inshallah about the hearing, the importance of hearing, and that everything that Allah want to bestow upon the servant is going to be based in the schools of hearing. That they're going to teach us how to hear, how to follow and ihtiba, how to obey, so that the reality of the ears can open. If the reality of the ears can open, then Allah will begin to open the eyes, open the heart, open the breath, open everything and every qudra, but it's all going to be based on the reality of the hearing is the first step. Without that hearing then it's the obvious, there's no discipline, and any shaitan could be whispering into the ears of people, and he is whispering into the ears of people. And that's why now you see everybody is preoccupied with their ears, their hearing, and every type of device and every type of marking upon the ears. So the signs Allah describes, I show you within yourself, but I show you upon the horizon. Upon the horizon is much easier than the self because it's evident everywhere. So when we look and we say, oh there's so much focus on the ears and hearing and earpods and ear devices and all sorts of markings, because everybody's fighting for the same 2 ears on people. Shaitan is trying to go after them, and Ar-Rahman is guiding creation that use your hearing for the Divine, inshaAllah. Everything is through the interactive is through the internet, inshaAllah, so that they'll feed them.
Basic question. Shaykh, Sayyidi, I need to know what is meditation and how does it benefit?
What?
New person probably.
Okay. No worries, alhamdulillah. InshaAllah, a'udhu billahi minash shaitani, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Meditation in Islamic understanding is tafakkur, is to slow our lives down, in which Allah throughout Holy Qur'an there are categories of rijal, of these people, of people of realities, people of the book, or people of the door, not the people of the book, ulul bab. There are people of the gate, the door, ulama qa'iman bil qist. There are the people of tafakkur. Allah continuously making reminders within Holy Qur'an, none of you know but the people of tafakkur, and says that everything is praising me and none can hear it but the people of tafakkur. So throughout the Qur'an Allah is making reference to a category of people whom they understood tafakkur. And then awliyaullah come into our lives, and tafakkur is to slow down and to begin to contemplate. So this is not about making people to be Arabs, but to teach the similarity in the Arabic words to our English understanding. So in English they call it meditating, to contemplate, to slow down, to get an understanding. And then Prophet described in his hadith that who knows himself will know his Lord. Again concept of tafakkur, and Prophet described there are people whom their tafakkur of 1 hour is like 70 years of worship for someone else. So now he begins to describe the secret of tafakkur is so powerful that what they achieve through their soul, 1 hour sitting with them is like 70 years of another person's worshipness, which means is a lifespan. So 1 hour you sit with them, you may be dressed by a lifetime of somebody else's actions. Means you go about your life is not even comparable to 1 hour of sitting and learning tafakkur with them. Means these are all these gifts that Allah want to bestow. And tafakkur is a huge subject that we have on the website. They can go onto the nurmuhammad.com website and begin to study that understanding, on how to slow down life, how to begin to meditate, how to understand, to open the hearing and what my ears are going to hear, open my seeing, close what my eyes see from the outside and begin to see inside. what my nose is going to breathe of energy and qudrah, of what it's going to bring in of the holiness of this divine breath. And if all of those functionalities are trying their best to submit for Allah, then the power of the holy tongue, that through this tongue Allah will guide all of humanity. It means this is an inheritance from all of the Prophets of Allah. What made them to be Prophets is that their hearing was for Allah, their seeing was for Allah, their breath was for Allah, and then Allah bestowed a grace and a mercy upon their tongue, some of which were just prophets and others which were messengers, that they delivered the message of Allah through the purity of their faculties. So meditation is to stop, contemplate, open that reality. That's tafakkur. Tadhakkir is at a whole different level, is now Allah even asking the people of tafakkur and contemplation and meditation, remember. Tadhakkir is to remember. Remember what? Remember that I didn't just create you out of a vacuum and threw you onto the earth and your whole enjoyment was supposed to be the earth. No, you don't even come from there, you come from paradise. And I created your soul ancient. When was your soul made? Ancient reality for your soul. Alam al-Qur'an, badan khalaq al-insan. I taught your soul all its realities, and you promised me on the day of promises, وَقَالُوا بَلَى. I said, am I not your Lord? And your soul said, yes you are my Lord. Do you remember that? No. That's our goal, is go back to what you promised Allah when He created your soul, and what He bestowed of His mercy, bestowed of His gifts, bestowed of all His realities He put upon the soul. Stop your busyness of your life, it's not going to be of any benefit in the grave. Use your body now to communicate with your soul's reality. Find out what is it that you promised Allah. That's called your promise, your ahd, your covenant with Allah. What was your covenant? The duty of the guides are to take you back to your covenant with Allah, not to take you to themselves but to take you to your covenant. How? By bringing the love of Sayyidina Muhammad, teaching you how to meditate, contemplate, stop, slow down, smell the fragrance, smell the roses. As soon as you begin to slow down, then you who knows himself will begin to know the Lord. What governs you? What is your Rabb? Don't say your Rabb is Allah yet, because if Allah was truly your Lord you could walk on water. What's really your Lord are all of the things in your life that govern you and push you and pull you and all your desires. So then this is the whole ocean of tafakkur, inshaAllah.
Overall, how does meditation benefit you in dunya and akhirah?
I think we just covered that in the first question. Yeah, that was all, it was all covered in there, that if you can stop and slow down, you get to understand who you are and the reality of who our reality is, what Allah created us for, what is the blessings that Allah wants to bestow upon us. Anyone whom is seeking the reality of knowing themselves, no doubt Allah bestow His mercy and rahmah upon them. Means these are souls that become immensely blessed, because as they begin to know themselves they know all their bad characteristics and they try to stop. As a result of getting to know themselves they begin to witness what Allah wants them to witness. Means they're now headed in the direction that God wants them to head into. As they're heading into that direction, taking away all of their bad characteristics, Allah's rahmah and mercy dressing upon their souls, and they become very blessed souls in dunya and especially in akhirah, because we just described the akhirah. 1 hour of them is 70 years of somebody else's worship, 1 hour. So imagine somebody who's trained in tafakkur and meditation, real meditation, not like the Western understanding of people who sit next to a tree. This is about the people who go into deep into their reality and what they promised God, what their soul was promised, and they reached the reality to be of service to humanity. If they're meditating their whole life, 24 hours of their existence is as if the 70. So you multiply 70 years times their one day is 1400 years of your years, in comparison to one of these awliya who are specialized in tafakkur. One day is 1700 years you'd have to live to equal their one day of who they are. That's why Allah then described these are people, they are like awtad, they're like mountains. Why Allah described them, why awliyaullah came and said, oh the awtad they're like pegs, they're like mountains. Well, not only because they're firm into the ground and they stop the earth from shaking, but because the mass of what Allah bestow upon them, they're like mountains compared to other creation. Mountains in the barakah and the blessing that Allah bestow upon their souls. Just from the simple mathematics of what Prophet brought for us. 1 hour, 70 years. Somebody trained in tafakkur, all their life is in tafakkur. They don't shut their system off, their system is continuously online and dedicated. Before we said there was login, when you had the first Apple you had to log in 92 baud and wait for the computer to connect and they get very aggravated in the house because it took forever to connect. Yeah. Now what? You're live, Wi-Fi, full speed, continuously going. It never shuts off, there's no more internet shutting off, there's not even logging on. You just hit your Wi-Fi, you're on. So Allah just showing why. There are people whom their soul, when Allah bestowed upon them, they're like a Wi-Fi, they're always on. Now they internally know how to shut their system off and how to turn it back on, but their Wi-Fi is broadcasting. As a result, 1400 years. One day with them is 1400 years for somebody else. So imagine you spend 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 10 days or years with them. What their soul is bestowing of realities upon that soul, upon those souls.
SubhanAllah, so you're always answering the questions
before they come.
Always.
Yeah.
That's similar, I guess. A lot of people relate meditation to non-Islamic practices, so they just want to know more of a connection between Islam and meditation. Example?
Yeah, you have to go back into about 1917. Shaitan decided that his only way he's going to conquer this earth, truly conquer this earth, was to take away any type of ruhani teaching, any type of spiritual teaching through all dimensions. So the Islamic world from 1917, all the wars and all the governments that were put into place took away all spirituality. Even within martial arts, all spirituality, everything was taken of real spirituality was hidden. Shaitan wanted to hide everything of any type of spiritual practice. So then you look from 1917, pretty much everything. By the time Lawrence arrived in Arabia, they completely hit all of the Sufi teachings, all which is the spiritual teachings. So very simple, at that time on earth that's what Shaitan's plan was. Hit all spiritual teachings so that you take the soul out of it and leave a shell, so that it just became empty practices. As a result of empty practices, there's no spirit in anything people do now. So when they talk, there's no spirit in them, there's no love, there's no enjoyment in it. They talk about Islam in a very dry, sort of manipulated or understood practice as if it's something empty. And all that is remaining of Islam right now is Jummah. When you ask a Muslim, what do you do for Islam? He said, we go for Jummah. And what else? Well, what do you mean what else? Everything's bid'ah. What are we talking about? Everything? Our life was supposed to be Islam. The beauty of Islam is like a garden. There should be continuous zikr, continuous praisings, continuous halakas and circles and teachings of reality. But if there's nobody practicing these practices, there's definitely no reality. That's why they just keep talking about fiqh. How many times you can make wudu, how is wudu going to be good, how wudu is going to be bad, how much water you have to have for the wudu, what negates the water of the wudu. It goes on and on and on. Even now there's some channels in Pakistan that they talk all day long, 24 hours a day, but no haqqaiq. So now what do they talk about? How to peel a banana. according to the sunnah, which I don't think there were any bananas at that time. So it means they're making it up. So if you can't talk reality and there's no haqqaiq and there's no abundant fountain like a flowing fountain of the Kawthar that used to dress all of the masjids because they were all Sufi. Those were fountains in which Allah was flowing of knowledges. They would do their zikr, their halaqas, their teachings and all of their practices. If you take the fountain away, it's just an empty shell.
Leads to the next question. A brother is asking, when I'm meditating and making zikr, I smell a bad fragrance. Even I don't lose my wudu. Shaykh, can you please guide me what to do?
I have to sometimes stop myself from trying to be funny because I have a sense of humour, but inshaAllah the whole way is based on hypersensitivity. So that anytime you're going to practice your spiritual practices, every sense has a duality. There's hearing, they say, I can hear Shaykh. I said, no, but can you really hear? Means then you're going to train yourself on how to shut this hearing off, listen to salawats and begin to meditate. The salawats will pull you in the direction that you're supposed to be going in the meditation. Means they have a secret for everything. If you meditate without the sound, we don't know where your soul is trying to go, because the soul, it knows exactly how to go back to Sayyidina Muhammad, right? Like a ship, it knows exactly how to go the direction Allah wants it to go. So that's why they come and they teach that when you're going to meditate, first thing you do is don't meditate in silence and leave this like an open microphone. There's a hot mic, you're having a conversation with someone and they tell you, Shaykh, your mic was on the whole time. It's like, good God, I don't know what I was saying because it was a private conversation maybe. Don't leave this mic on and sit, I'm going to sit in quiet, I'm going to sit by myself. You're never by yourself, shaitan is right there. So shaitan just going to be talking in your microphone all day long. And you think it's like futuhats and knowledges and all sorts of wisdoms coming, but it could be him whispering and then subtle throw in, oh you know what this person did to you? Whisper, oh you know what this person did? So then they recommend, no, turn this system on to salawats. As soon as you're listening to salawat on Prophet your soul is like being mesmerized, it's feeling now an energy. You're meditating, trying to get your energy away and now release the energy of my soul. If you can relax yourself and meditate and contemplate, ask for the nazar of these awliya, ask for the presence of these guided souls to be present with you, that I don't want to meditate alone, my Lord. وَكُنُوا مَا صَادِقِينَ, you promised that to keep the company of pious people, I want to keep their spiritual company. So I'm keeping and asking for my madad that my shaykh is there present with me, I don't want to be alone. And I begin to listen. As I'm listening to these salawats, I'm trying to relax myself and let my hearing to really hear. If it begins to really hear the salawat and the praising, you may begin to start to cry, because your soul is now at a level of feeling. It's not only hearing anymore, it's feeling as if these angels and these recitations are reciting directly into the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad. And then your soul will fly into the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad, like as soon as you call with salawats, the soul is moving. And you just let your body to release it and get out of the way, your soul moves into the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad. Smell is of an angelic reality. As soon as you meditate and contemplate and bring your ears into submission, bring your eyes into submission, sit and close your eyes. Say, I don't want to close my eyes because there's too many things your eyes have been seeing. So again you discipline yourself to close the eyes and meditate, contemplate. Then you begin to open up the faculty of the breath. As you begin to smell and meditate and breathe bizikrahu, and you try to close off your mouth, that not to breathe from the mouth but to breathe from the nose. It's like making a fireplace. You're going to now to learn how to bring the fire within your heart to ignite it. If you bring too much oxygen, you're not going to ignite the fire. So if you breathe with the mouth, it's a different type of energy. You're going to learn how to lock your tongue to the roof of your mouth and seal your mouth, and as you're making your zikrs with your breath, you're saying hu in your heart and pushing with your breath out, exhaling and all the energy coming out, and then meditating, breathing in all the energy that you bring in with your breath. Your salawats are playing, you're asking for these divine lights, that you're in the presence of the shaykh, and you're breathing, breathing. As you begin to breathe and practice the breath, the sensitivity of smell should begin. So bad smell, good smell, bad smell, bad things, good smell, good things. Easiest way to understand. Bad energy has a very bad smell. That awliya, they can see people, they can see souls, they can see the dead, and they can smell them, and they have really bad fragrance. That's why they need the area to be continuously put with bukhur and fragrances to compensate for the bad smell that people have put upon themselves by bad actions. So it means then every negative action brings about a bad energy, that bad energy has a bad smell. Every beatific action has a beatific fragrance. So it means then they do zikr, they do their salawats, they do their namaz, they do all the positive things, it brings about tremendous fragrances and beatific fragrances, and brings about beatific souls and energies all around them. Those you may begin to smell musk and amber and all these beatific sandalwood, that these are the souls of the jinns, the angels, awliya, they're all around releasing these fragrances. And then again the negative ones that are around, they smell like waste, they smell like urine, they smell like many different things, because these are the negative beings and dirty beings that come around. So you have to clean your environment, beautify the environment, put fragrances and bukhurs, and do your zikr, your meditation, your salah, all in those areas. Play salawats in the house continuously to push out any type of negative energy. The truth and the falsehood, they don't occupy the same space. Anytime you find that there's a negative energy, negative smell, you play dalal khairat in the house, put your bukhur, put your fragrances. Yeah, inshaAllah.
This is related. What if you're trying to do the breathing but you have nose problems? You get stuffed and now it's hard to meditate.
Breathe through your ears. Yeah, get a stuffy nose medicine. If you're not capable of that and there's actual medical problems, then you breathe through your mouth, whatever you can do, not a problem. But don't suffocate. You know, all of a sudden say, I can't breathe, I'm going to pass out, hyperventilate. No. So you try your best if you can to breathe through the nostrils, and you could take some medicine to clear out your sinuses if that works. If not, then if medically you can't, then no problem, you can breathe through the mouth and maybe restrict your breathing. InshaAllah.
Okay, so
one more inshaAllah,
more.
make it a good one,
Okay.
and then we close it for tonight.
Then find this.
All of them were good. Thank you very much for people who asked the questions, and thank you for those who didn't ask any questions. Thank you for Naveed who always has a question. So I found that missing hand towel. They put my hand towel on the microphone. No other one. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun al mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen bi hurmati Muhammad al Mustafa wa bi siri Surat al Fatiha. Always remember that from this holy month, Surah Al-Kahf, the 18th surah of Holy Qur'an. Try to read the 18th surah especially in this month to understand the adab, the understanding, the reality. If you're trying to accompany and find out how I should operate within a tariqah and a shaykh, Allah give the example with Sayyidina Musa a prophet of Allah, and Sayyidina Khidr who's a awliya of Allah. And the whole adab and the understanding and etiquette and mannerisms that when we read we understand. In a nutshell of what experience Sayyidina Musa had and the continuous argument with Sayyidina Khidr, it gives us an understanding of our lives and how Allah wants us to behave, how Allah wants us to take our tariqah and take our path, and that whatever we see within the shaykh, doesn't matter what understanding or how much you know the shaykh, whatever you see in the shaykh is not the shaykh but it's actually a reflection of your own life and your own self. When Prophet described that a believer is a mirror to a believer, not just somebody who came into Islam only, but Prophet is talking about a mu'min, somebody who reached maqam al-iman. They become a aynah, they become a reflection. And anytime you have an interaction with a mirror, it's not the person that you're seeing, it's only yourself that you see. And Allah one of its understanding wanted Nabi Musa to see that. Whatever station you think you are, I'll send you to one of my mirrors, be careful. And as soon as he appeared in the presence of the mirror, he had a tremendous difficulty dealing with it. You know, why you destroyed the boat? Why did you build that wall without a fee? And why you killed that little boy? And the whole time arguing and forgetting that Allah's sending you to a mirror. So he thought he's going to find a problem with Sayyidina Khidr. This is a reminder for myself and all the people watching, no matter how much you think you're interacting with the shaykh or whatever you think your relationship is, they're teaching that one who spoke to Allah was sent into the presence of a mirror. And every test he objected to, what's that? What's this? What you doing? You know, how are you doing all these things like this? And thinking that, oh, I'm finding something wrong with this person. Allah sent me here to find something wrong with Sayyidina Khidr. So no, you asked for the knowledge, you asked for the path, Allah just made the awliya to appear. If you didn't want it, He wouldn't have appeared. You asked Allah for a rushd, of a higher understanding. The words in the Qur'an when Nabi Musa was saying, rushd, I want something of a higher understanding, I want to reach to you for a higher understanding, let me accompany you. So it was a way in which to look at your life. It was the life of Sayyidina Musa's life. It wasn't for him to identify Sayyidina Khidr's life and now to test him and qualify and quantify him. So the whole time he thought he's testing Sayyidina Khidr, but forgot his reality is, no, I thought you wanted the reality. And in the end Sayyidina Khidr said, okay, me and you, this is where we're finished. That boat, your mom threw you in a basket. You objected to my boat, your mom threw you in a basket. You objected to the boy thinking I harmed him, but you hit a man in defense of your people and you killed him. And you objected to the wool, but you were the one who took water out to get a wife. I was showing you your life. Allah is through Sayyidina Khidr saying, I'm showing you your life. Do you see it? And that's when Prophet is teaching, Waras al-Anbiya, the awliya are inheritors of the reality of the Prophets of Bani Israel. He sent a reflection, a Muhammadan reflection to Kalimullah, and it was his own life that he was going to go through these steps to understand. It wasn't Sayyidina Khidr's life that you're going to find problems in. And same with these awliya, it's not them that you see. Whatever is you don't like, it's actually yourself, and you only see yourself, and whatever testing comes is played out from your life. And that's a deep reality that we all have to sit and continuously make tafakkur. What is it that Allah want me to see from this experience? That it's very deep and it's very real, and it's my Lord wanting to bring something out of myself to identify it. Because everybody gets lost in the relationship. No, this is where we're talking about this is why that test came. I said, no. This is a mirror, and that shaykh is a mirror, and you're merely looking at a mirror. Everything you don't like that's going to come out on this test, it's all about you. InshaAllah. Bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa bi sirri Surat al-Fatiha. Ya Rabbi shukr. Alhamdulillah, inshaAllah. That concludes our broadcast for this evening. We'll be back on tomorrow night inshaAllah and Saturday night. Allah bless you, shukran.
Are you seeking a soul revival? Take part in Heavenly Meditation on November 30th with Sufi Meditation Center, Los Angeles. Join the world-renowned spiritual teacher Sheikh Naqshbandi for chanting, meditation and spiritual teachings at the Red Diamond Yoga Studio. For more information, visit SufiMeditationCenter.com. The annual Grand Milad, brought to you by Hubbi Rasool, is taking place on November 8th at 6 p.m. Come celebrate the biggest Mawlid on the West Coast and raise the flags of love for this most blessed occasion. Take part in Salawat, Naat and Qawwali recitations and ziyarah of the holy hair of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Also, enjoy a delicious 3-course meal, all included in this free event. Tickets are available now on nurmuhammad.com/events.